There's a creature from long ago, known as GAMERA, a legend of a sort, who is known for perhaps even being capable of murdering Godzilla himself. GAMERA is a Toho creation, similar to Godzilla. He's a giant-ass turtle with all sorts of capabilities. I remember a few years ago I actually saw the first GAMERA film. It was startling how massive and powerful this titan was. All of civilization in that film were afraid of him, but it ended up being, later on, that he actually saved humanity. And for ages, it's been speculated whether or not GAMERA and Godzilla will ever meet on the big screen. And I hope that this time will come soon. GAMERA was a gigantic prehistoric species of tortoise who fed on flames, reawakened by an accidental atomic blast in the Arctic during a dogfight between US and Russia. GAMERA's shell is extremely resilient and strong. Missiles and other weaponry merely bounce off of it, along with most of his opponent's attacks. Despite these feats, there have been a few times where his shell has faltered. So I'd love to see it on the big screen, Godzilla emitting his hideous atomic breath onto GAMERA's shell. What the toad do you think it would do to it? Let me know in the comments below. GAMERA is said to be around 8,000 years old and stands about 60 meters in height. He can swim fast as fuck, and he can even fly. He can drink oil and similar liquids, which are stored in his organs. GAMERA can eat coal and oil and fire and magma and uranium and all sorts of shit. It is thought that he uses these substances to spew fire from his mouth when desired. The spikes on GAMERA's shell can store electricity to where he can pounce on a foe and zap the shit out of them. He can also emit poisonous liquid from his claws to stun an enemy. In the GAMERA film that I saw back in the day, he, surprisingly, as mentioned, was capable of flight. This wasn't discovered until later on in the film. He basically started spinning around really fast. The military had him cornered while he was on the ground. So he started spinning around like cray-cray. And then he just flew away, kind of like a UFO. And everyone was shocked and afraid. He could use this method, of course, to approach and even escape from Godzilla if they were to ever face off in battle. He's also capable of slapping hard as fuck. So I'd be curious to see, how would Godzilla handle it if GAMERA were to just slap him in the face? His shell also has really sharp edges, so when he spins around, he can cut other titans. He can emit plasma and fireballs from his mouth, so these sort of powers can be very devastating. The truth is, GAMERA actually has a pretty damn large fan base, and so does Godzilla, of course. So similarly with Godzilla vs. Kong, I think Godzilla vs. GAMERA could be quite an interesting battle, and it could make for a good film. They both are kind of brute-like fighters because they're very husky and thick, so I think we could see them brawl. Like, Ghidorah in King of the Monsters wasn't very buff or anything. He just had long, thin necks and had a lot of powers. But GAMERA's kind of like a hustler or a brawler. So we could see Godzilla and GAMERA go at it, and I wonder who would be able to, slap harder. Let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know your thoughts on these matters. Would you like to see Godzilla and GAMERA go at it? And who do you think would win in a fight? More videos to come. Peace be with you.